All right, let me talk. Keep us going with Kevin. Let's talk to Robin in Canada. You're on the air with Evil Scum.
Yes, and I like your Jackboot impression once in a while, and I think you don't go nuts enough because I feel sometimes more nuts than you.
I'm going to taser this woman in a wheelchair.
I told my
Power!
I told my commissioner of Ontario and the Sudbury police to take that taser gun and shoot it up their arseholes. I hope I'm not on the air. And I've just written my evil prime minister, and I described him as a moronic arse licker, as he's described by the CBC. And I'm wondering if he's going to reply, because I sent this letter to General Sue, and I'm wondering if this asshole has immunity because I got a bunch of assholes.
Stop. Even though we're not on the main radio show, let's not get that profane here.
Well, I'm trying.
I want you to say a prayer to government right now. That we exist. Shut up, slave. We exist to worship black uniforms, to worship government. You exist for them, boy. You understand me? Don't you ever make jokes at me. Don't you ever talk down to me, boy. You know what I'm going to do to you, scum? I rule. You understand me?
You don't rule, you just hide yourself behind that bad. Take that off and let's fight like a man, you evil scum boot.
All right. Thanks for the call. I appreciate it. That was completely insane. David in Texas, you're on the air. Go ahead.
Oh, yes, Alex. Just wanted to say I love your show. Wanted to tell you about a little story here in Austin that happened about a week ago, and it didn't make any kind of news or nothing. My wife was coming down Wickersham Lane, and she had a cop behind her.
Good. Dealing with her?
Well, yeah, she called me and said, well, there's a cop behind me, so come outside. And so I came outside, and she parked, and the cop, she actually had a guy in front of her that pulled into the apartment complex, too. Well, this guy parked a little bit down from us, and it was an African-American, and the cop blocked him in once he parked. And after that, he got out of his car and he's like, had his hands up and he's like, is there something I can help you with, officer? Because his window was down. And then the officers didn't say nothing to him. And shortly after that, another cop car pulled up.
So what happened? What did they do to him?
Well, all of a sudden, I was out there, and all of a sudden, they just started beating on this guy.
Well, that's what he deserves.
Yeah, exactly, I guess.
So you're a witness, the guy's just there, and they just go, time for you to be a slave. Ooh, yeah, I hate America. Yeah, I'm going to feel powerful.
They didn't say nothing to him. Then,
I'll tell you what, stay there. I want to hear this story on the other side. We're going live right now in main transmission.
Okay.
Let's... Whoever's juggling the phone around, stop it. Okay, Kevin Booth, final segment. We're talking to David in Austin, Texas, Wickershire Lane. He pulls into his apartments. He's out there with his wife, and this black guy gets out of a car. They block him in. He's peacefully standing there. They beat the daylights out of him. Probably didn't pay his cut or something. What did you see? We're at the end of the show. Tell me in an abbreviated fashion what happened.
Well, a third cop showed up, African-American, and then they just all were beating on this guy. They didn't ever say a word to him about what they were doing, why they were doing it, nothing.
And then I bet they charged him with assault. He didn't resist. He took a beating, and I bet he's charged with assault.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the guy, they didn't say nothing to him. They just approached him with their clubs and just started nailing him. And this lady came out of her apartment with her video camera, and she got, actually, one of the cops walked up to her and forcefully put her back in her apartment. And then... Did
he steal the camera?
I don't think he did.
You got to go over there and get that video. See, when you see this stuff, you got to get that on YouTube.
Yeah, I've been trying to contact her because...
Look, they're getting ready for martial law. They've told the cops, do whatever you want, act however you want, the nation's your enemy. Yeah, but we're protecting America by getting tough with them, and they don't know about the real terror threat, and they're all spoiled, and they deserve it. And so how long did they beat this guy?
It went on for like 10, 15 minutes. I mean, just beating him. I mean, he was on the ground. He wasn't doing nothing. And they cuffed him. They continued to beat him. And eventually put him in the car. I attempted to walk over there and ask them,
Well, I want to be clear about something. And I don't want to really get off into this, but, I mean, I'm not even a tough guy. And I've put 3 people in comas. That started fights with me, and thank God there were always witnesses. A couple times I went to jail, because when somebody's in a coma, they take you to jail. But I wasn't trying to, crack somebody's head open and mess their brain up. But I mean, they kill people all the time with this, and I'm tired of it.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, this guy's definitely, I mean, the reason they probably got a second cop there was this guy was huge. I mean, easily this guy could probably have taken that one cop.
Well, there's something about cops when they see a big black guy, they just flip. It's like a little dog with a bear, and the little dog will always attack the bear. It's like it gets. I actually do that. When a big guy's in front of me, I get charged up and want to open a can up if they're attacking me. But it's one thing to just flip out and want to go out and beat up people. I mean, so this just went on and on.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. And like I said, after everything had kind of settled down, I attempted to ask the officer what had happened just because I felt like it's my neighborhood.
He said, "Shut up, slave."
And he said I had no business being down there. I had no right to know, and I need to get back in my apartment or go wherever I need to be and get away from there. And I mean, the only reason I started up a big fuss, I had my kids there, and I'm not about to get whooped in front of my kids.
Oh, you kidding? They'll kill you these days. And by the way, Austin cops aren't even the worst, but they kill people every few weeks over there. It's kind of like the hunting ground. Well, you ought to write that. We ought to write that up and post it on Craigslist so everybody can see it. And
definitely. I'm going to actually have the guy's girlfriend call you as soon as she gets the understanding of the charges and stuff. I've been talking to her, and I told her that she needs to get it.
Does she have any idea why they did this, or was it just like a pleasure thing?
No, like right now, as far as trying to get in the information on what's going on and how to get them out and all that, she can't get any information. You know, she's trying to get a lawyer, and I don't know what's going on with their lawyer. This
country's so gone. Okay, hey, thank you. Send me info. Kevin, Kevin, I could take hundreds of calls, and then there's hundreds of videos every day on YouTube. I mean, where people are tied down being tasered, and the cops are going, I mean, I don't understand how we got all these psychos running things.